listening to Lifestyle Business Radio. When it comes to success in life and business, it matters who you take advice from. So let's get better acquainted with one of the hosts, Mayumi Moeller. Mayumi is the quintessential cosmopolitan success story. Born in Japan and raised in the United States, Mayumi's Japanese and African American heritage has helped her learn how to connect with people from highly diverse cultures and backgrounds. Following her coursework at the University of Washington, Mayumi pursued a career in modeling, working professionally in major metropolitan areas throughout the United States and Europe. During this time, Mayumi cultivated an elegance, charm, and winning attitude that crowned her Mrs. Washington State in 1995 and landed her less than 5 places away from achieving Mrs. America. Since that time, Mayumi has raised 5 amazing children while attaining to the highest levels of success in every field she's entered. A President's Award-winning real estate agent for John L. Scott for 10 years, the top sales rep of a Fortune 500 company, owner of 8 multi-million-dollar businesses, and the world's #1 trainer in self-running business ownership. Learn the secrets to success in life and business from this amazing woman at the Lifestyle Business Owner Academy website, lboacademy.com. That's lboacademy.com. Why build a business when you can build a lifestyle?
Ooh, those are my words of affirmation, man. I did all that?
You did it.
Wow.
You're
well,
doing it.
Let me just add to that. Well, you guys, you know what? You know that Aaron wrote this phenomenal book called The Lifestyle Business Owner. It's out digital download as well as your local bookstore. The Audible book will come out in about 30 days, so you can listen to it in your vehicle or on your commute to and from your job. Just listen to it and listen to it until you get the courage to put some action behind Aaron's book and go out and start looking for a business to buy.
Or fix your business.
Or fix your business.
Because it's not just about buying a business.
Absolutely.
It's actually about running a business successfully as well. So
yes,
you can get both out of it.
And I want to do a introduction shout out to our LBO Academy. Our LBO Academy is ready to go. This is where we dive really deep into each individual segment of Aaron's book. And we talk about everything from financial statements, how to read them, understand them, employee management, how to buy the business buying process. You know, just it takes all the fear out of buying and owning a business. So go to lboacademy.com, check it out. We do offer
couple free
videos.
Yeah, there's free videos that you're going to get. Values of like $250 that basically you're just going to get all this information that we're giving you for free. And then you can decide if you want to keep going and getting more information.
Yeah.
So definitely go on it and register and you'll get some free videos.
Yeah, it's awesome, guys. lboacademy.com. So let's go into our segment, which is LBO segment, how to buy a business, grow profits, and make it run without you. So
today, Mayumi, I want to talk about buying. Or I'm not buying. I want to talk about selling, a business and getting your highest value. For all you listeners out there that own a business right now, at some point you're going to maybe want to sell your business. And so I want to talk about how you can get the most value for that business when you do put it on the market so that it makes it really worth your while to sell it.
Yeah.
So first off, you need to identify why are you selling your business, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people sell for so many different reasons. Is it the right reason that you're selling? And make sure it's the right reason that you're selling your business. If you think you're selling your business just to, because you're going out of business, that's the wrong reason usually to sell it. And because you got to fix it, you're not going to get a lot of money for it, right? I mean, we see this a lot, Mayumi, where people are selling and it's like, there's just no value there, right?
Well, and this is the best time to sell the business if an idea that sellers will say, you know what, I'm doing good, I want to sell my business.
Yeah, and maybe you want to retire and you want to do something different. You're bored with the business, but just make sure that you're identifying really why you're going to sell, and then also like what you're going to do after you sell that business. Because if you don't have a plan of some type, then you're going to be like floundering in your life a little bit. So just make sure that you have a good handle on that.
Yeah, and then be realistic. We get a lot of business owners that will come to us, and they're a little unrealistic at times. I think that they know the time and energy and efforts and everything they've gone through throughout the process of owning that business, and they want to have every bit of that accountable for. But you need to be realistic about the business and how much you are wanting to sell it for.
And the way that you actually get realistic is actually being educated on the process, right? If you
Right.
don't know how a business is truly valued in the industry, you can't really be realistic because there's so much misinformation out there thinking 1 times gross or 5 times gross
Yes.
revenues. So that's not the case in most situations.
Right.
So I highly advise read my book first off, because you're just
Yes.
gonna we actually outline that process in buying a business, right? So you're gonna be able
Right.
to get an idea. Or talk to your local broker.
I was going to
And
say that.
they're gonna be able to help you out. So being realistic is important.
And it's okay to go out there and get information from experts, not Googling stuff, because again,
Yeah.
the information can be very different. So like Aaron said, find your local broker and, interview them.
Yep, exactly. And then just being organized in your business.
Yes.
Getting your house in order is so important, because buyers, when they're looking at getting a business, looking at buying a business, they really like those companies that are highly organized, files in place, systems in place. And when
Right.
you're organized, the value really dramatically goes up from our experience. Have you had a situation, Miami, where somebody wasn't very organized and then it kind of hurt the value on the business?
Absolutely. I mean, we do get that a handful of times,
Mm-hmm.
and I think, I mean,
Well, we're not going to say names
I
or
won't
anything,
say- yeah.
but bottom line is, we've struggled where they're wanting a good amount of money for their business, and we have to unfortunately get less and discount it, because they have to discount the business because they just don't have their ducks in a row, and a
Right.
buyer sees that, and then they see how much work that they're going to have to put into that business, so and they're saying, I'm not going to value my time.
right.
They'll put a value on how organized somebody else is, but
Right.
not their own time.
It's really important to be organized and transparent. I think that those two things are good, because
Mm-hmm.
that way, I mean, and you should want to be. It's like our house. Like Aaron said, get your house, your residential home. If it's not organized, then it's just chaos, right?
Yep.
Especially if you have children and dogs and all that. So just make sure you keep your house organized.
Yep. So as far as like profitability, right? I
Yeah.
mean, you got to have a profitable business.
Yes.
And if you don't have a profitable business, obviously, people are not as excited about it. But not only just profitable, but really look at your industry standards, and are you as profitable as the industry standard?
Right.
And a lot of companies, they're trying to be at least a 20% bottom line. I mean, some companies have much higher, depending if it's e-commerce or like a FBA, Amazon, or something like that, right? So kind of look at your industry standards and your benchmarks, and align yourself with those. And what's going to happen if you're at that high level or even better? Again, you just have that much more of a valuable company to a
Right.
buyer, because they're looking at lots and lots of businesses out there.
Right.
There's not a lot of great ones out there. So when you're a great one, I mean, you're gonna have a bidding war on your
Yep.
business, and the
Absolutely.
financials are the most important part of buying a business, because that's how people are going to pay themselves. This is how they're going to get their return on their investment. So take being profitable very serious, and knowing that, okay, you're doing a bunch of cash business or something like that. You cannot like add that into your profitability, because it has to be something that is verifiable, right? And that leads
Right.
us to the next subject.
Yeah. Are your books audited?
Mm-hmm. So when you're auditing, getting your books audited by like an outside firm, like an accounting firm, or Arthur Anderson,
Yeah.
just kidding, who Daniel, who's on our show, worked for a while, they're going to be able to make a buyer feel more comfortable in that process, that what you're representing is accurate. And it's
Right.
not done that often, having an outside firm. It can be very expensive. So typically speaking, you don't do a lot of auditing of your books in this situation unless you maybe have a business that would warrant doing that, be a much larger business and you can afford to have somebody come out and audit it. But if you have a multi-million-dollar valued business, I would highly recommend having audited books because you're just going to get that much higher of a multiplier on your profitability of that business by having audited books.
Right. And then do you have contracts? And so, I know that Aaron's done quite a few, like manufacturing,
Service
logistics
yep.
companies. And so when a buyer comes in and they see multiple contracts for multiple years, that brings value to the business because they know, okay, I'm going to buy this business as a buyer and I am going to have 4 years, 5 companies for the next 4 years or what have you. So they know that they're going to have business coming in.
Yeah, because everyone's looking at their revenues and are the revenues going to continue or are they going to increase, whatever it may be. But when they're buying a business, they're looking at, I want to at least know that it's going to maybe stay the same and not dip too much, right? And a lot of businesses don't have huge contracts.
Right.
But if you can get contracts with people, it just makes it that much desirable, for these buyers out there.
Right.
And then also recurring revenues.
Yep.
If you have, accounts that you can depend on or memberships,
Yep,
those
exactly.
are really nice as well.
Another thing is how well is the business run? Do you have systems in place? I know that when we were talking to Daniel, he had mentioned that, there were some things that worked well. And then he incorporated additional systems after he bought the business. So it really helps when there's systems in place when you're selling a business.
Yeah, it's. Do we have time for any more?
Yeah, one more.
Okay, so systems, but also how specialized is that company, right?
Yeah.
I mean, is it something that nobody else can really do, and it's you got to be a rocket scientist to actually do it? I mean, that's gonna hurt things versus something that anybody can do. Now you got a larger pool of buyers, and that inflates the value as well in that business.
Right. And another inflation is the niche.
Yeah.
The niche businesses are great, and we
Yes.
love those. So those are some techniques and steps that you can take to getting more money for your business. Stay tuned for Ask Aaron segment. This is where business people across the world write into us and ask us about the street smarts of small business. If you missed any of our show today or would like to listen to any of our previous show, go to lboradio.com, and you can always follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
More of the Lifestyle Business Owner Show coming up on AM 1590. The Answer. You're listening to Lifestyle Business Radio. When it comes to success in life and business, it matters who you take advice from. So let's get better acquainted with one of the hosts, Aaron Muller. As a child, Aaron developed an interest in small business ownership from his family's marina on San Juan Island. From the start, Aaron was driven to seek out business opportunities and attain entrepreneurial success. His very first business venture was catching and selling shrimp at the docks when he was only 10 years old. While his peers were preparing to enter 7th grade, Aaron opened a bumper boat rental company, catering to San Juan's ample tourist traffic. Aaron's first real job came in high school, but by the time he graduated, he had earned enough to purchase half the company. Over the past 30 years, Aaron has gone on to start or buy over 20 companies in the Pacific Northwest and now owns 8 multi-million-dollar businesses. Aaron is the world's premier trainer in self-running business ownership and author of the Lifestyle Business Owner book, which lays out the principles for making a 6-figure income by working as little as 5 hours a week. Learn how to achieve your goals from this phenomenal business mind at the Lifestyle Business Owner Academy website, where you learn all kinds of amazing business knowledge. Visit lboacademy.com and take your life in an extraordinary new direction. That's lboacademy.com. Why build a business when you can build a lifestyle?
There you go. There you go. Let's do it. So, Mayumi, we got some questions to talk about. People bring in, they write to us, they ask us these questions, and we try to help answer the best we can in the short amount of time we have. And we really, really appreciate all these questions because it just it adds to this whole show that we're doing every week. And we're here to help people, right?
That's
I mean,
right.
not only, do we have the book out that people can buy and get help, but we have the academy that I definitely recommend that people start looking into if they want to make their business better or help them in the process of, buying and then getting off, on the right foot of owning a business and
That's right.
creating a lifestyle, basically, that will let them do anything. I mean, you want to own a business that you can leave for 30 days and that company doesn't stop running and making you money, and it's run successfully and you don't have to have stress. So you can actually enjoy your life, or you want to own 10 companies, right?
Right.
And just have this big money cash flow thing if that's what you desire. So that's what we're teaching in all of our stuff that we got. And so let's get into the questions, babe.
Yeah, and if you want to take a look at it, just go to lboacademy.com, and you can go in and take a look, and you can register to download free videos that we've designed and created just for you. So, Holly from Austin, Texas, favorite way to follow us is Twitter. Thank you, Holly. Her question is, you've talked about how important it is to get good at marketing if people want to own a successful business. What is the best way to get good at marketing? That's a good question.
Yeah, it's good. There's not really like one specific thing. You don't go to like a school, and get a degree in marketing and be really good at marketing, right? Even these people that do that, they really a lot of times learn by trial and error, to be honest with you. I mean, it's constantly changing, especially more so these days than ever before. You don't just put an ad on the TV and then you got a bunch of business, right? I mean, it's consistency. It's trying to be a little bit different. It's putting a good message out there. There's social media. There's Google, AdWords. There's Yelp. I mean, there's so many different things. There's direct mail marketing. Magazine ads still. I mean, like, you still need to do all of it, right? I mean, or some of a lot of it, right? And that's, you just don't know what's going to really trigger for your product or your service that you have. We did a press release once for a product I brought to market. And because of this one press release, we were featured in an article in a newspaper in Texas, and we sold over 300 units like right when we brought it to market because it was a reputable columnist. Yeah. And so, you don't know what's going to like pop for you, right? So I don't ever know really what's great and what isn't, but I just keep doing a little bit of a lot of things.
Right.
And then you'll start learning what is good and what isn't. And then there's lots of articles out there that you can read just to kind of give you some baseline to try things.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Good question. And good answer, Aaron.
Thank
So
you.
this next question is a little bit longer, and I really appreciate the thought that Zane took to put this question together. Zane from Tacoma, Washington. Favorite way to follow us is YouTube. I love listening to your radio show every week. Thank you for sharing your business advice. Here's my question. I am a complete beginner when it comes to business. It sounds great and all when you talk about owning a business that runs without the owner, but I don't know if I can actually really do this. Sure, I can read your book and purchase your academy on how to become a lifestyle business owner, but it's like the difference between reading a book on how to play the piano and actually playing the piano for 30 years. You and Mayumi can play a piano concert on stage because you've been doing this for 30 years. All I've done is read a book or take a class on how to play the piano. I'm afraid to plunge my life savings into a business because I am really new at this, and I feel like simply reading a book or taking a class won't prepare me to own a successful business compared to someone like you who has been doing this for over 30 years.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? First off, you need to have a little more confidence in yourself because anything that is worth doing is going to be difficult, right?
Absolutely.
And you have to have that confidence that you're going to make it work no matter what. And the cool thing is, in our academy, we're right there by your side because we're not going to be on the phone with you every day, but we have a section. You're going to be part of a group on Facebook. So you're going to be able to be talking to us and other business owners and going through your challenges, right? It's only when challenges are, come around that it gets so hard to be a business owner, right? So it's not going to be just bad and hard and difficult all the time with everything.
Right.
There's going to be things that you're going to be doing really well in that business, and you just need to focus on the things that you're challenged with. And so not only the Facebook group, but you're also going to have, there's comments under every single video that you can get more information on what we're training, and we can get personalized with it and help you in specific situations. So you're really going to have somebody by your side all the time. And that's what was really great for me when I went through consulting for my business back in 2000. I had a consultant like that really helped me through my challenges. So you can do it. It's not as scary and hard as you're thinking it is, because you're not going to just flounder and do nothing, right? I mean, like what you're saying is, like, if I went on there to play a piano, obviously I want to get more specific in training, and I'm not telling you to buy a business where you need to learn how to be a mechanic, right, and be technical. All you need to do is learn how to be good at managing people and keeping that business operation going. So we're saying go buy a business that's already operating, not starting a business from scratch, because that's really difficult. And you couldn't do that.
Longer.
You know, you're not going to be able to just play a piano the first day. So anyways, you buy a good business that has stuff going on right now. You're just going to have to go in there and fine tune it and tweak it and get the help from us through our academy.
Right. And so
sign up
for LBO Academy. Get some more confidence, because we have the confidence in you. And, you know, there is a saying out there that without risk, there is no gain. So, you know, everything's a risk, but you have to know that you will make it successful. So great question, Zane. I hope to see you signed up for our academy. Robert in Ellensburg, Washington, favorite way to follow us is Facebook. I just read your book, and I've got to say it's really inspirational. I have 2 sons, and I want to groom them to become business owners. What would you say would be the most important skills I should teach them so that they can become successful business owners when they grow up? You know, we were talking about that question, and I'm going to make a correlation with our kids. You know, the thing that you can do to teach your kids is to show them what you're doing and also make them work. I think, you know, Aaron and I have been talking about this because we have millennials, and then we have generations under millennials, which I don't even know what they're called.
That is either.
But they're more
Generation A.
But you know, with our millennials, you know, I know raising our kids, you know, I think that we kind of backed off on a lot of areas because we didn't want them to go through some of the struggles and stresses that we had gone through. We wanted to provide them with everything and happiness so that they can do what they're supposed to do well, which is go to school, have fun, be a kid. Well, guess what? Shouldn't have done. I mean,
it's biting
we
a lot of
worked
parents.
hard.
Yeah.
We did everything. We did chores. And I think that the best gift that you can give your sons is that you're doing the work and you're putting in the work, but also you're making them work with you, alongside you. You know, chores, make them get a job. They don't have to be 18 to get a job. You know, our kids didn't even get a job until they were like 16.
Yeah.
You know, they can do that stuff before. So
that's for sure.
So show them and then make them. And I think that you will be happy that maybe all 3 of you guys can buy a business
especially
together.
if they're young. It's the one time in their lives that you'll still be able to make them do things.
Yes.
So.
We make our boys, the younger ones, mow the lawn every other week.
And help us with the business. I have them in my storage, my warehouse, doing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. So thank you all for listening to the Lifestyle Business Owner Show, where we talk about the street smarts of small business. If you've missed any of our show, go to lboradio.com and you can listen to it anytime, anywhere. Again, thank you to Daniel Strahlberg, and make sure you submit your questions to Ask Aaron at lboradio.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. See you next week.
Thanks for listening to the Lifestyle Business Owner Show, where we talk about the street smarts of small business with Aaron and Mayumi Moeller. You can submit your questions to be answered on the show at lboradio.com. That's lboradio.com. Join us every Saturday afternoon at 4 for the Lifestyle Business Owner Show, right here on AM 1590. The Answer.